Hello YouTube and welcome to Medieval Dynasty. I've just been playing a bit of
I used to have a simple life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty.
I'll continue talking after this.
Then, the war came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
Like I was saying, I was playing a bit of Income Deliverance and I just felt like, yeah, I want to play a bit of Medieval Dynasty. I did change some of the settings from default, so I got 30-day seasons, which I know 3 is normally the average and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't like having it too short, and if necessary you can just sleep through seasons anyway, so for me it makes a bit more sense because you would tend to build your skills faster over a season than you would do if you only had 4 days or 3 days to a season. And the other two things I've done is fast crafting, so I can craft in bulk without doing every animation for every individual crafting. And same with building, so if I got all the resources it puts it in, I don't have to hit it 20,000 times. I found rabbit spots. And this was the third game, I think, they did in their franchise from the company. Like, not too particularly bad looking and stuff like that. So, and they did put a lot of mechanics into this one. But I've always loved the Dynasty games, so. Let's keep on rolling down the street. And this is where I ran an event, kicks in a summer, creates bandits and kills me. One thing I would love the Vanta to bring in from Shogun Dynasty is, I don't know if they added it into this or not, is the ability to build swords. Because I know you can build stuff like bows for defense, you can smack people with axes, spears, whatever. But for a medieval setting, I don't think you can actually wield a sword in this. Which is something you should be able to do because, well, you are in medieval times.
My back is killing me.
You're doing all the way over there. It's normally in the town square to begin with. He's still in his house, is that it?
Alright then, keep your secrets.
No, he's in the fields for some reason. He's never normally in the fields. Okay, blah blah blah. Yeah. That comes off call. Yep. You alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. So you're out one. God, for a sec there, I thought I lost it. Aha. For your eyes, you look just like him. So you must have mistaken me with someone. I'm new in this place. Part. Just arrived at the village actually. My name is Rakma? Uh-huh. What a son, aren't you? Ladin's nephew. What, do you know my mother? Not really. I knew of her. We didn't even actually meet. He wanted to keep his family secret. Separate. I don't think I understand. You will? Wait, what do you mean by did? I knew her. Is she well? Wow. Said you know she knew of her, but you never actually knew her. Then in this line he says, I know her. I hope she is now, wherever that might be. I've lost both my parents in the war. And it, the world's, ish. I guess it can be as cool as it is beautiful. I'm sorry, my boy. Nobody should lose their loved ones at such a young age. Because you start off as 18 in this. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. Of course, my boy, of course, I apologize. You mentioned my uncle, Loden. I actually came here looking for him. Oh, Rima, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Your uncle Loden is no longer with us. He passed away 3 years ago. I'm so sorry. I understand how you must feel. He was a dear friend of mine. That's it, I'm the only one left. Don't you say that. Hey, look at me. The village is filled with warm-hearted people. We can greatly aid you with whatever you need, and I'm one of them. What should I do now? You are free to go wherever you like and start a new life. I hope we grant you the permission of the custodian to build an farm on any untitled land in the village. Connect yourself a home and see what comes next for you. You can even build a whole village if you please. Very generous. There are many travelers passing through. Maybe some of them will be willing to join your settlement. Just like that, I can take the land free of charge. Well, you have to pay tax to the king annually. But apart from that, you are free to do as you please, as long as you don't break the law, of course. But at least if you don't get caught doing so. Noble guy. That sounds amazing. The village looks beautiful as well. I think I'll stay here and see what fate has in store for me. I'm glad to hear that. That you can find resources all over the land. Grab a few rocks and sticks from the ground and craft yourself a simple axe. With it you can cut down trees and chop them into logs. Then you can create a wooden hammer that will be critical in the building process. Critical in the building process. I'm sure you'll get the hand of it. When you build yourself a home, come back to where they are and take to my wife. She manages the tavern and here to find you. Ask her to feed you. You must be famished and then grab some beer for both of us and come back. I'll take you some stories about London. There we go, let's get going. Yeah, shut up. Played this game often enough not to need a tutorial. As you might guess, being a bit dyslexic, reading is not my strong suit. No, it's been a while since I played, but this has changed. Never used to be so green around here. Hey, there's even an house. I can't go into it, but there's an house. Why won't you let me in the shitter? Okay, now I need 2 stones. Give me stones. 1 stone? Any more? 2 stone. Then just hit Q to craft, or hold Q to craft, and craft me a stone axe. The inventory system in this can be a bit cumbersome, Like if you have an empty hand and craft, it'll go into the empty hand slot. Well, the one that you have selected. So like if I hit number 2, I've got an empty hand there, I craft, it'll go into that one. If not, you have to go in your inventory and manually assign it to one you want. Where should I build? Now I'm like building along here. Not too far from the village where I get most of my stuff to begin with. There's water source so you can drink but easily. And other random stuff. Oh yeah. And it's normally decent-ish flat land. Oh, that's new. There's random stuff that's spawned in, but take a week. Can you just try this? Because if not, I'm going to have to build a bit further up because that's going to get in the way. A lot of trees here. Some berry bushes. Yeah, around here seems good. Yeah, I'll do it around here. Don't go too far. Shut up. Probably gets exhausted pretty quick. Down tree. Set up. I'm not gonna lie, this guy's a muscle man because I don't know how many people can literally carry what 3-4 logs in their inventory, but he can. Superhuman here. Oh yeah, I forgot, if I want to get rid of the stumps I'm gonna have to create a shovel art. I think I got the ability to do that straight off the bat, don't I? Yeah, wood shovel. Well, we wood shovel. Assign you to number 2. Yeah, if you want to assign something, you just click on the item and then push the number you want to assign it to. Nah, because they're not close enough. Oops. There we go. Where the trees what we spawn. I don't know if you have to get rid of the stumps for trees to grow back or they respawn from the stumps, I'm not too sure. I don't need to get rid of the stumps anyway because, well... Oh, no, that's my torch. Right, it wants me to also build a hammer, which I'm going to need to do. Number 3 when I'm done. I need to cut down another tree and go and gather some straw. Yes, I know I'm overloaded, or starting to get overloaded. And straw can be found by the riverbed. This is why I like building in this area, because just down there, that riverbed where I'm heading, there's always a lot of straw. And I don't know why you popped up, which is shown. Come on, keep collecting reeds. Thank you. And when you're collecting a lot like this, if you're in the same vicinity of the area, you could just Alt E, and it'll just collect constantly everything, so... It's really a nice thing. Shut up, I know how to build. Yeah, the one thing I hate about when you have to restart this game again, you can't... I don't think there's a way to turn off the tutorials, so you constantly have to go through the tutorials over and over again. Yes, I know, you're out of breath. Which you can guess, green star is stamina, red star, or red bar, star. Red bar is health. You, brownish bar is hunger, and your blue bar is your thirst. I'm pretty sure they're removed in the later games because you never have to deal with your thirst in some of the later games. House. There we go. And I'm gonna have to assign my hammer because I didn't use a free hand when I created it. You 3, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, some of the controls in this is not the best intuitive. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need rocks. I need 10 stone for the foundation. 1. Oh, I don't think I've got the skill to highlight anything, do I right now? This is focus mode. Yeah, nothing highlights right now, so yeah, I need to level up to do that. When you can see stones and stuff on the ground, it's pretty easy that way when you can just highlight them. Come on, give me the stone. Okay, that's 7. 3 more, and I'm good to go. Had a pick, I could harvest that, but nowhere near pick form yet. I could get clay actually right now because I've got a shovel. But let's not jump ahead of ourselves, shall we? First, I do need a place to stay. One more. There we go. Go back to the house to build the foundation. I need the foundation. And the annoying Minutemen one. So that's why it is. It's so like when normally for like when you put resources in, you have to tap every time for every individual one. Where with quick build, you just hit it once and our light is placed, like so. But otherwise, if you don't have it on, like it says 7 sticks, you have to hit it 7 times to put 7 sticks in, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass. I remember to get closer. Chop down another tree. One other thing I find funny about this game too is the sleeping. You can sleep to go skip seasons and stuff like that. When you want to sleep to go to bed for the night, there's no sleeping mechanic technically. You get exhausted. I don't think. Never tried that actually. Might be. In which case, is the only time you can sleep in this is at night. So if it's before a certain time, you're not allowed to go to bed. Is there gonna be enough logs? Maybe. And I need my sticks. Ooh, new survival skills too. We'll check out skills in a little bit. I just want to finish building the house. It's gonna take a while because I need a lot more sticks. I'm gonna probably run out of wood at some point again too. Nice when you can get village NPCs to do some of the shit for you. And of course I'm out of sticks again. On Luke Goblin mode. Because this axe is going to break in a few more swings. Didn't think I'll finish it. I need another axe, which I am missing some more sticks, which I could have guessed. Yeah, shut up about the building stuff. Is it 10 sticks I need for the axe? Yes, it is. Because I might as well chop down the tree and do it that way because I'm going to need some more logs anyway. Timber! When you're playing on co-op, I think you gotta be careful because I'm pretty sure you can actually take damage from falling trees. Not too sure, but I'm pretty sure there's actually damage from falling trees. Well, that point didn't go as far as I was hoping it were gonna. Put in all the logs that I need. Yes, you can build out other stuff as well because you can customize and change and even change the decor of the surrounding base. So you can't change the size of the base unless you build a bigger house, but you can change what the walls look like and the materials are made from, which is really nice. I know water, shut up. Oh, look at the little bunny. Luckily I have no spear and I'm not hunting you, so you get to live. And also you may be gay, but I guess you've got a Dynasty game. Your character's gonna age and you have to pass through generations. Each year in game, so there's 4 seasons in the game. After 4 seasons a year pass, and once a year's passed your character be a year older. But now we have a home. Place to store stuff and everything else. And a campfire to cook. Oh, that's changed. It used to be like a little cooking pot over a little wood fire, but this was like a little cooking stove section. That's nice. Okay, so what do I want to keep in here for now? Okay, about the feathers or just sell the feathers? Some of this stuff I might just want to sell to earn myself some coin. I've only got 50 silver. And every year I am going to have to pay taxes depending on how much land I use. And all the bits and bats. Go get me a drink of water anyway. So now it wants me to set a rabbit trap, which I can do. Once I get a few more sticks. Sanu! Be coming through. It's just the way the grass looks. Except I'm not too sure, I can't remember how the tree grow back mechanic works in this. It's been a while. Okay, so I need... Oh, nope. I want to build... Why am I fucking... Lumberguards where I'm putting things again. Okay, just build the rabbit trap. There, you're done. Good, set, good. Might catch a rabbit, may not. Craft wood spear, stone knife. Or wood spear. And then a stone knife. Which the knife I don't have to keep on my hot bar, but the spear I'm gonna need to, so yeah. Let's rejiggle things around. So, stone spear, oh, the wooden spear is going to be number 1. The axe is going to be number 2. You'll stay number 3, and then you can be number 4. So now I got a spear. Now I just got to hunt a wild animal. If that bunny were nearby, I could just kill that. So, let us go hunt for a bunny. We need to hunt for bunny rabbits. Ah, here's some colour. And that, is this a badger hunting spot? Odd animals. Crows spawn around here. Wild-tailed eagles spawn here as well. Rabbits spawn roughly about there. Hunting for them, and badgers spawn down here. So if I go near the rabbit hunting spot, there should be increased my chance of finding rabbits. What's that one then? Ah, what are you? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best at throwing spears in this. Especially when I'm having trouble flipping seeing things 'cause it's getting dark. Who's there, rabbit? Come on, hit it. Hit it! Thank you, sheesh. They have to squeal, so... Really, so... Ugh. Too fur to meat. Now I've got to survive a season, which is going to take a while due to how long my seasons are, but yeah. But okay, there's quests and other stuff you can do. Ah, there was a rabbit. I thought an animal coming to attack me then. Since I'm going into town tomorrow in game, I might as well just keep it on me. You sleep next season. Once you pass 2 days in the game, you can sleep the next season anyway, so I'm not bothered when I have long ass seasons. Like I say, if I were doing it without fast crafting, you'd have done that animation for every piece of meat, so if I'm cooking like 50, you'd have done it 50 times. By like not having that issue. I can't remember if you could save any time or if you had to sleep to save, which you can save any time, which is good. Let's have something to eat. We'll go for the roasted meat because it'll spoil for. Oops. Keep forgetting. Wrong button. The button in these is slightly weird, like F is for eat. I'll eat the roasted meat first because it'll spoil before anything else. I can go back to the his wife, what he wants me to do. Yeah, she controls the tavern, so yeah, the tavern keep. I can get the food from her, which I don't really need to eat right now. Been nice to stop up actually, but then get the beers for him and just flog her some of the shit I don't want. But accidentally don't flog him the beer because you can flog her the beer and you have to buy it back before you can continue the quest. You in the tavern right now? It is early hours in the morning, so probably not. Be on our way. Very decorative. Don't want to steal any of these. Where is she? There she is. There you go, Denzel. Right, now to meet you, I'm Richard. That's right, nice to meet you too, Richard. What brings you here? I don't know why I call him Richard, it's Rich Man, but whatever. I'm going to be saying his name wrong constantly. Lucas told me that you can fix me up with some food. I have to eat a proper meal in weeks. It depends on what proper means to you, but I can offer you something warm and filling. That sounds more than amazing. There you go, now tell me something about yourself. How did you know my husband? There's nothing much to say, really. I've just arrived at the village looking for my uncle, Ludden. Didn't expect to be done such a searching so quick, to be honest. Oh yeah, he was Uncle's friend, I remember now. Saying that he had eyes just like yours. I'm sorry for your loss. That's okay, I didn't even remember him really. Most that I know about him is from my mother stories. She always looked up to her big brother. Loved him fiercely even when he stopped visiting. Lots of people did from what I've heard. There was something special about him. Yeah, true stories to fill. Yeah, true stories to fill who? That's what's me. In short, that you need to worry about feeling are your own. Every man is the actor of his own future. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. It's what I need to hear. But let's not talk about me anymore. What's your story? I was part of the traveling band of troubadours. I've never managed to learn to play any instrument, but I was pretty decent with my singing. A traveller brought us to this village not long after the death of your uncle. I still remember seeing the god from the first time. He had so much sadness in his eyes. Ludo wasn't just a friend of his, he was part of him. The band left a few days later. I stayed. There was something in Udr's presence. I simply knew my place was by his side. You probably noticed the age difference. Not really. What are you implying? That I look old? Another thought. Anyway, so it looks like you were attracted by his love. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, you could call it that, or boldness, or stupidity, poor judgment, maybe. Whatever sounds best to you.
Wish it were easier. Wish you were better.
Send all you like. You feel hard for the gentleman with sad eyes, and you know it. I did. He annoys me sometimes like nobody else. You can't imagine breathing. But yet I can't imagine breathing without him now. But don't let me go all soft on you. You surely get some place to go. It was a pleasure talking with you. Degar, and yeah, these names I'm gonna butcher every second of it. Yeah, I know it's not much, but it will come in handy when starting a new life. Everything costs coin these days. I really appreciate that, but I'm not looking for a charity. I'll manage. Oh, come on, don't try to be a hero. Men. Alright, do something for me then. It won't be hand out just your first pay. That I can agree on. What do you need? With a farmer in the village. There is a farmer in the village. She's called her. She usually supplies the tavern with whey, but I haven't got anything from her in a while. Look, it's almost gone, and you don't even want to imagine what would happen if the people when we run out of beer. Sounds British to me. Consider it done. Well, we're speaking of beer. Arjun asked me to grab a couple for us. Of course, here you go. Great, thank you. He promised to tell me some stories about London. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, here, thank you. Okay. I can't be asked to live in the beer right now. It's gonna involve more reading. What the hell was that? Didn't even understand a word of that. Oh, where is the region around here? There it is. Talking to a woman sat in midair. Yeah, game's still a bit buggy sometimes. Hey, Arjun, you're looking for look at the proud house owner for the village, and I'm back bringing beer. A job well done, indeed. Alright, let me wet my throat. Yeah. I know Ludden for 22 years. Before he died, he was my best and truest friend. A brother, exactly. I remember the day we met as if it was yesterday. I was 25 at the time, living in the big city of Yarbridge, where I was born. You can say I hated the place, but still it was the only home I ever knew. Maybe someday I'll tell you more about that. Anyway, I was forced to take care of my own, so I did, doing the only thing I could do, stealing. And why I said don't get caught. I was also a bloody good one, if that I might say. Picking pockets was my bread and butter. I could steal a piece of steak right from your fork, and you wouldn't even notice. It wasn't great that motivated me, just survival, but it'd be lying if I said it didn't enjoy the pursuit, didn't enjoy the process. With this, you would want to wait and hear a bit more before getting all high and mighty on me. I'm sorry, go on. We had an animal festival. It always brought a whole bunch of outsiders into town. You can imagine what that meant for men in my profession. Yep, a lot of money. I could do a day's worth of work in a matter of minutes. I grabbed a few coins here and there, some jewellery, a pair of new boots, and then I saw a nobleman with a money bag strapped to his belt. It was basically begging to be stolen. Or set free, but yeah, stolen. I snuck behind him in the crowd, like I did 1,000 times before. Power play, I gently grabbed the purse, did a little shimmy magic, and there it was, sitting nearly in my palm. Just needed to turn around and drop like always, and then wham! I was pushed in the face by what felt like a bull, and I was so shocked I didn't even realize what happened until I hit the ground. My hand was pounding, I could barely see straight, and do you know what was the first thing I saw next? Another blow coming? No. A smile, a big wouldn't smile on his face of a man who two different eyes. It was your uncle, Ludden, the one I took for a nobleman. He stuck his hand out, helped me get up, and offered me a beer. Just like that. Just like that. I don't get it. That's just how Ludden was. You see, your uncle was really clever. Smartest man I've ever known. Head down, our hands down. He could see the world like nobody else. Predict things. He was always the last a dozen steps ahead of anyone else. So, on a rare occasion that somebody surprised him, he was intrigued. That makes sense. And he wasn't expecting you. Indeed, apparently, even despite my failure, I was still the one that came the closest to robbing him, and he liked that. So I'm guessing you accepted his invitation, right? I didn't really have a choice, did I? I was terrified of my guy at that moment, so we went. He took me to the nearest expensive and most crowded tavern in the whole town. Remember that it was the day of the festival. Even eating the place was next to impossible. He didn't seem to care though. In a matter of seconds we were sitting at the table being served by two barmaids at the same time. It was surreal. In my mind there was only one explanation: he owned the place. And did he? Not at all. It was his first time in Jebug. It was all felt like a dream, to be honest. Especially with me still being dazed after the punch. I was still sure he was a nobleman. His manners, his clothes, the way he talked and moved, and then he changed took a beer like it was a race, wiped the face with his sleeve and burped like a drum. He went from the lord to the savage. He went from a lord to a savage like that. Snap fingers. I revived the moment as dozen times until I realized why he did that. It wasn't a mistake. Oh no, he listens. No meant of weakness. He wanted me to see it, to understand it. Understand what? That it was full of crap. You see, whether your uncle was one of the kind, he was a true master of arms, and his weapon of choice was his confidence. What does that even mean? Imagine a closed door with 2 armed guards at its side, and you want what's inside. What are your options? You can force yourself in, but grab the guards, try to pick the lock. But Logan, he just held his head up high, walk right in, and demand that the door to be opened. You're right, this all sounds surreal. I never knew that about my uncle. My mother's stories were quite different, because I'm afraid she knew her quite different Logan than me, than anybody in this in the pack, or anybody in the pack. What the pack? Oh dear, we must. There is no much more you still don't know. Our story hasn't even really begun, but it's getting late. Come on, you can just leave me hanging like that. Alright, I'm going to tell you a bit more after the beer we had. We had a couple more than some might mead, if I remember correctly. We were talking about the past, our dreams. Conversation started making some drunk and absurd plans. I thought we were joking, to be honest. The next thing I remember, it was walking up in working up in a silk sheet. I'm guessing that you want your. I'm guessing it wasn't yours, correct? Are you kidding? It was the first time I've even touched fabric like that. The ceiling in the chamber was so high it could fit a giant. I thought I was dreaming. Then the servants walked in. I was ready to flee, but instead of fighting me, they present me with breakfast. Really? How come? It was all Logan's doing. I've never found out how he managed to pull it off. Whenever I asked him, just burst into laughter. Even years after needles to say I left with him on that day. The first time I went outside of the town walls, never came back. That was the day the pack was born, and 3 years later there was 5 of us. A real team, a family. We called ourselves the Wamiders. Wimders, man. Oh, wow, I wish I could have been there. It all sounds incredible. I've never had adventures like that, and probably never will. Easy, my boy, it wasn't always fun and lovely, but it's a take for another time. I really did get late, and I'm sure you still have a lot of work to do. Come and find me tomorrow, we'll talk some more. I do that, thank you, Urgent, farewell for now. That's all the reading done, thank God. And he wants me to wait until the next day. And my character's got a little bit drunk, because after all they did have beers. Let's go back to the tavern, tell some of the shit that I don't want, because she's normally the one that has the most gold. Or silver. Is she here? Ah, there she is.
Hello there.
Tell me your wares. Okay, so furs I don't want, sell them. The mushrooms I don't want. Oh, I meant to sell them all. I don't need any more ale, so get rid of all that. Porridge I'll keep. Stones I'll keep. Straw I'll keep. Wheat. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to do anything for it before it spoils, so get rid of that. We should be good to go. We are now up to 266 silvers. Oh well.
Oh, it's here again.
Yeah, to know about merchants go away. Let's get back home. I can save the game and end this recording for now. Maybe in the next episode I'll be doing a bit of hunting because I need to build up his food supplies. But after sell the furs I can just store them temporarily until I want to need a big chunk of cash, and then I can. I could have just killed that crow, but yeah. My rabbit chop's got something that's also pretty decent, which it has. So I'll take the rabbit and reset the trap. Okay. So, save. Thank you for watching and catch you next time.